Saturday, July 11th, 2026. It is sunny slash partly cloudy before sunset. Wow. I wonder to that. Wow. Remember, good evening, everyone. This is Gamer XD 25, year 5. And today, I'm doing all the recording again. I know. Oh man. So it has been 2 years since VK3. Why? It was a moment before. It was a moment before a final saga was. I know it was. Recently, are expecting is make sure about that. Recently, is make sure. Hit the button right there. You can check it out, and this is the evening. Well, it's not really dark yet, but I may make sure about that. Yeah, recently as I'm expecting is make sure about that. Make sure about that recently is. Okay, what else? So first, I was just so I want to say this. Happy 2nd anniversary of the Rise of Red. The Rise of Red. Yeah. I watched it like in 2 years. I mean, it just make sure about that. Let's just make sure about that. Let's just make sure about that. Let's just make sure. So yesterday we already made the 1st anniversary of July 11th, 2025. We seen us make sure about that. Let's make sure about that. I'm gonna make sure about that and make sure. Let me make sure. So, last week I made a 4th of July opening theme. Why? Because of, I know I made that, but it was red and blue, but I know it's really, I thought amazing. We had, I may be sure about that. Let me make sure about that. Let me make sure about that. Okay, what else? What else? What else? Um, hmm. Let's see. Let me think. Maybe I would mention, um, a 15th anniversary of May 6, 2011. Yeah. I mean, make sure about that. And I better make sure about that. I better make sure about that. So, I wanted to say this, but so what comes next after VGS? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out. And also, day 150. Day 150. Day 150. Day 150. It's a mystery. I mean, not sure about that. Maybe I can make sure about that. If I may make sure. If I make sure. What are we up against? And I may make sure about that. And I may make sure about that. Bye. I may make sure about that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just wondering. I thought. Make sure about that. I want to say this, but thanks for watching. If you like, subscribe the channel, you like, comment below, and we will see you in the next video. I'm sorry, everyone. I just want to make sure about that. I don't know what's next. Let's just make sure, okay? I'm just sure.